guys, my name is SHASWAT and I'm a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. In this video, I'll be talking about the inherent powers of a civil code under Civil Procedural Code 1908. The meaning of inherent here is existing in something or permanent, absolute or inseparable, essential or characteristic attribute. Inherent powers of court are those powers which may be applied by the court to perform full and complete justice between the parties before it. It is the duty of the courts to serve justice in every case. Whether given in the code or not, it brings with it as an important power to do justice in the absence of definite or separate provisions. The power is said to inherent power in that is maintained by the court. Though not conferred, Section 151 of Civil Procedure Code deals with these types of inherent powers of the court. The Section 148 and 149 of CPC deals with the grant and enlargement of time. Then Section 150 deals with the transfer of business. Section 151 protects the inherent powers of the courts, and Section 152, 153 and 153A deals with the amendments in the judgments, decrees or orders in separate proceedings. So the Section 148 of CPC states that where any term is fixed or awarded by the court for the doing of any act provided by CPC, it is discretionary power of the court that court may enlarge such period from time to time, even though the term originally fixed or awarded may be departed. Then according to Section 149, where the entire portion of any fee commanded for any certificate by the law for the time is force relating to the court fees has not been met, the court may in its discretion at any step permit the person by whom such fee is payable to pay the whole or part as a case may be such court fee, and upon force and result if such fee has paid in initial situation. This is the payment of court fees. According to Section 150 of CPC, the save as otherwise granted where the business of any court is assigned by any other court to the court which the business is so assigned shall have the same authority and shall make the same duties as the subsequently presented and forced by or under the code upon the court from which the business was so assigned. There comes the abuse of the process of court. In Section 151 of CPC, for the abuse of inherent powers to check infringement of the process of the court. Abuse of the powers of the court which happens in unfairness to the party needs to get relief on the ground that the act of a court shall not prejudice anyone. When a party practices fraud on the court or on a party to proceeding, the remedies have to be provided on the basis of inherent powers. After this, the amendment of judgment, decree, order and the other records which is mentioned in Section 152 comes into play, that which are written or arithmetical mistakes in the judgment, decrees or orders of faults arising from unexpected lapse or imperfection. The exercise of inherent powers carries with it certain barriers, such as that they can be applied only in the deficiency of particular provisions in the code. They cannot be applied in dispute with which has been expressly given in the code, then they can be applied in rare or exceptional cases. While operating the powers, the court has to follow the method shown by the legislature. So I may conclude by saying that inherent powers are the powers of court which are helpful in minimizing litigation, avoid multiplicity of proceedings, and to render complete justice between two parties. Section 148 to 153b of CPC discusses the provisions of the inherent powers of court. These provisions discuss enlargement of time, payment of court fees, transfer of business of one court to another, end of justice, abuse of process of the court, amendment, judgment, decree, orders and records, and etc.